rocket like rocket fuel.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! They gonna need some therapy after this. Slam, slam, slam! What we got, what we got? Here we go!
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
What we got? What we got? Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Tiger, Tiger. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Tyler, Tyler. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch it. Go.
Here's Foles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
7-yard gain.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Kill. 180. Who that?
On second and 12, Foles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Let's go, great.
From the 41, Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Let's get it.
Foles. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
59 mark, 59 mark.
Now Foles. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Lambeau will put this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick. Ngakoue with a sack.
Yannick Ngakoue. A loss of 14 on the sack. It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago at the time that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. He's going to wind up and air it out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm on. Mike. Five. That's the word. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Blue down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
53, Mike. Hey. 53's the mic. Go. That's the pass. Check.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Being chased out left. They complete it to Hill. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Easy. Mike. Hey, Keaton. So don't say nothing. Chef.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike's 59. Oh, you got deep?
He'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Looking to throw. Completes it to Lee. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because
he rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Nico Hardman, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
One.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down.
Here we go, I got you.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Hey, Caden.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
4 yards. It's second down.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one, 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now he steps away, complete to tight end Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 50, check 50. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and now running right through it. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go! 53 is the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcel Darius picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
50, Mike 50. Let's go, tight end. Hey, dude. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after 13.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, buddy.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Foles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was fourth. And McCoy loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles is going to let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. Here's Foles. His throw incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 20. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They'll run on first down. McCoy. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They give it to Williams, running right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Bob.
Some people like to do that.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Kansas City, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to...
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, way too many wins, they know the shit, they was hate, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman.